In communication, connectivity is everything. We ensure that the links never sleep. Quantities and qualities, all in our data service, providing efficient, reliable voice and data service. We believe if you're not up to speed, then you're going backwards. Communications have to flow as fast as the speed of light. Whatever business you're in, having someone who understands your needs is critical. That is why we just don't offer you technology, we offer you solutions. Enjoy Gamcel's internet broadband anytime, anywhere. Your national operator, Gamcel, Yaibaram.
All right.
Honey, did you remind him that the last time he sent the money, it was not enough to buy all the provisions?
Oh, sorry, I forgot to tell him.
Are you guys talking about money transfer to buy provisions?
Yes.
But don't you know about Baluwo?
Baluwo? What is Baluwo?
Baluwo is a service that your son can use to send provisions directly to you guys from the shop. And you don't have to worry about the exchange rate.
Tell me how Baluwo works.
It's very simple.
Just log on to baluwo.com and shop, or download the app on your phone. You can shop on the website or using the app to buy online basic products for your family and friends. With Baluwo, you decide what your money is spent on. Your money, your choice. Buy online products for your family and friends in the Gambia, Senegal, Nigeria or Mali. Baluwo, better than sending money.
Are you thinking of owning your dream homes? EJ Investment is here for you. Secure our quality bungalows with 2, 3 or 4 bedrooms, or our story buildings 3 or 4 to 5 bedrooms at very affordable prices with flexible payment plans at our Sanyang Seaview Estate, where you can enjoy the cool breeze with modern infrastructure such as tar roads, covered drainage system, modern electrification with street lights, gated entrance with security posts, and social amenities such as gas station, shopping mall.
I did not say that I did not say that no, I did not implement his orders. He never gave me any instructions or directives as regards Manfred's issue. However, on that fateful Friday, whilst we were talking in his office, he told me that he understands that no, I have a different opinion about that matter. The first thing I thought to myself, who must have give him that information? That was the first shock I had, because I was wondering what he would do next. Anyway, I did explain to him that all the judgments against Mamsid were all subsisting and none had been appealed against. And all the appeal periods had elapsed. So why would he be Sorry.
Were the judgment against or in favor of Mam Said?
In favor of Mam Said, all 3 judgments.
And as Minister of Justice, it was your belief that it was unfair that he remains to languish in jail and his property is taken away from him.
Exactly right.
Minister member to tonyal ni tilimo la kiti ni kunya la ko ala sabati da katara kasoto andu ala soto fe wala fana inara na wala fana tabulu.
Exactly right.
Wala fon keta.
Did you make this known to the president?
Ina na president kala mudan na nyinna la ba.
Well, as far as his properties are concerned, we never spoke about that.
But you informed him that the judgments were in favor of Mam Said and that none of the judgments have been appealed, therefore it is res judicata and therefore Mam Said should own his properties.
Right, by a calamity in the local kitty, you'll be a mam set me or kitty in Tema, Ganeta or Bela and kitty Murunkamanka, Kunito, or a sort of family bay, Manana, Katabu.
That is correct.
Did you write a legal opinion on this matter and send it to the president?
For Ilamira, Yeda Miro Safela Badua, Carola Bayaki, President Ibang.
I did not.
No, Kede.
Do you realize that by not doing so, Mr. Mam Said's rights still remained unvindicated?
Ankabi, Tumalamen na imo woke, yen kalamutan loko, Mam Said la nyanto nying, hanisayang atuta dibolakon.
Because the Ministry of Justice could have stepped in and say, this is wrong, this is unfair,
Ministry
let it stop, but that didn't happen.
Ministry member along wala maralual nin tiliwala wal manyan wal nyana findila ya fako nyin ketala manyana kelaten andu nyana kelaten ne umanke.
Well, that is correct. I became aware of the issue some months after his conviction.
And this unfairness, this abuse of authority by Jammeh continued to happen simply because officers entrusted with power and responsibility instead of properly and correctly applying the law, they did exactly what Jammeh wanted. Do you agree that's what used to happen?
To some extent I agree, but to some extent I disagree.
But isn't it that what actually enabled and fermented and entrenched the dictatorship of Jammeh?
That is correct. But can I finish the story? Yes, so you can get the gist of everything. Yes, so when I gave him a rundown of the system, he turned, just like you have taken your cup, he took his coffee cup and said, today is Friday, is my day. He drank his coffee and told me to go to mile 2 and secure the release of Mam Said. I said, mile 2 is not under my purview. Probably what he ought to have done was to get the then Minister of Interior, Usman Sonko, to implement that. But at the time, Usman Sonko had traveled. I said, then why not the IGP and the Commissioner of Prisons? At the time, the the IGP had traveled. His deputy who was Edu Sambu.
Kafomi Edu Sambu.
He summoned him.
I will command
through the then Secretary of Cabinet.
Na command Katamindani Secretary Nina, Watokon.
And gave him instructions.
Sanata Yamaro Diala.
So the Secretary to Cabinet.
Secretary Mialango Wewe Marling Banco Alpha Lacola.
Prepared a press release.
Where Kibaro Deda.
And we were instructed to go to mile 2.
Nata Yamaro Dina Brunata Kasoto mile 2.
To release Mam Senjai.
Mam Senjai Bula.
But in that press release,
Kibaro men janjanda.
Did you accurately reflect the facts as you all knew it?
Fo o kibaro nyingon altolbe yo kibaro nyin ko yalo nyame ali ayasa fe wala nyama jedo ba.
Or was it just a lie that was put on the paper as is typical of what used to happen?
Fo fania kuma kan dolne safere o kayto nyindo ba ko adalta kerka kay nyame ba.
No, I do not remember the context of the text, the press release rather.
Wo kibaro kuma kan min tarta ko no hakilo mom bula wala de.
But in these instances, isn't it all about praise singing of Jame, how benevolent he is, and how kind and nice he is to Gambian people, and how respectful he is of the law? Isn't that what used to appear in all these so-called press releases and
bari jama watola nyin kibare bun jam sifal ni be janjanda kuma kan men gatara fururi ngakono wala minti ko kaya jam ka tendu ka jay ka fuko mo kendo la mati hinan te wala mati ay bala fasoro mo nyimma la mati o kuma kan sifal do ka wala bula ka wala safe nyin kibar sifal do ni be fengela fo.
That I do not know because I have not had the opinions of people.
Wo mo lande kadu mo la miro lol mom fello wado mo kam mirano.
So I cannot say otherwise.
So what the work and kumado for lano.
However,
but honey sign
before we went to mile 2,
mile 2,
the officer in charge of the prisons at the time, I don't remember his name. Edu, the deputy IG, called him. He said he was at the beach, having his normal leisure time. For me, I kept mute. Because I cannot imagine your senior man giving you the president's instructions. I would have thought you should have crossed over to mile 2. So, Edu, myself, and the Secretary to Cabinet, we went to mile 2. We got Mamse prepared for his exit.
Let me ask this question.
May I say one more thing? So when he was released, or prior to all these events, Yajame told him, Edu, that he must put Edu in his car, Mamse in his car, and drive him to his house. And that was what happened.
What paper secured Mamset's release?
Guarantee.
Not any paper that I know of.
Mr. Jobateh,
but the prisons themselves.
Just a moment. You are a lawyer. Do you see the problem in all this?
See, what I'm trying to say here, the prison gave him a release warrant.
What was the authority? What was the basis for the release warrant by the prison?
Because they had to account the number at the prisons at the time.
The question is, what is the legal authority? for the issuance of that release warrant? What was the authority for the release of Mr. Mamset Njai?
The president's word and instructions.
President wala ko imagine ani ayama law
and this is precisely my point. My belief is Mr. Mamset Njai should not have spent a day in a cell, let alone in mile 2. A
day is long. I would say 1 second.
That's right. So we are all in agreement with that. My problem is the word of Yaya Jammeh appeared to have been the law. And that is what the Minister of Justice applied. The word of Yaya Jammeh, not the law.
Minister for Atamata Yaya Jamelo Kumakala, but a minister in Famela Catalamata Lua in Tinimola, among Tama Lua, for Atamata Yaya Jamelo Kumakala Membura Dacono.
Do you agree with that?
No, I disagree.
Well,
and I can give you my reasons.
Mr. Jobateh, a person cannot or ought not to be put in jail without a committal warrant. Are you in agreement with that? And to remove that person from jail, there ought to be a written order.
Written order
either from the court or as a result of extinction of sentence, in which case the prison would issue a release warrant. Or a pardon. Those are the only 3 mechanisms through which a person could be removed from the prison. Order of court, pardon, or extinction of sentence.
That is correct.
Did Yaya Jammeh's order amount to any one of those?
I indicated earlier that there was a press release. Whether that press release mentioned, whether the press release mentioned about a pardon for him, I do not know.
In a sense, you are telling us that as Minister of Justice, you did not ensure that the necessary legal processes were followed.
Minister Melanco, Italy Mardi, Lual in Timolan, Cyril Menyan and Noma Satala, Purin Kuetama, Kanya Nakanyam, Lua Fanyam, Olman Bulan.
The president has given his orders. Not to me directly, but to the Deputy Inspector General of Police and the Secretary to Cabinet.
Mr. Jobateh, he gave it to all 3 of you, and that was unlawful.
Mr.
Fall, I disagree, because when he wanted to give me the instructions, I told him clearly that the prison is not under my purview.
But did you tell him that what he was doing was abuse of authority? Because this is what fueled the dictatorship. The president just says something and it becomes law.
That may be so. The fact of the matter is, who am I to challenge?
You are the Minister of Justice. You are the para-patriarch. You are the person all Gambians look to for the application and proper implementation of the law.
Tell minister tin wo wato memara loi lintini wala etela moti me yalango Gambian ol be nya be tele nya kono pour loi be tamandi na la nyame banko kan.
You know the Yaya Jammeh slogan.
Alors Yaya Jammeh ka kumol mum fonu.
I may not have gone to study law, but nobody knows the law more than me.
But it was not only limited to the law. He professed greater knowledge in almost everything else. And the ministers were there to clap for him.
Minister kataraje kabuloko sai
to cheer for him as he makes these outlandish claims.
Kay kabuloko sai kay tandiko akumunda nyimme fotenko aya fo kule waranta sabati aya dada kule waranta fo
true or false
to nya fafania.
I don't want to answer that question because I wouldn't know.
Man left ko nyinkaro jabide katonto lonano.
Well, when he made his claims about knowing the law better than anybody else, you didn't challenge him, did you?
No, he did not say he knows the law better than anybody else. He said nobody knows the law more than him.
You did not challenge him, did you? You all clap.
Mr. Fall, I don't remember anybody clapping.
Mr. Fall,
but I know for a fact that nobody would dare challenge him on that. Let me give you another example. There was a day he summoned the IGP and his deputies.
What is sort of no? Anane komimbatonga misalo dila. What is sort of no? Anane police wala kuntongo kumanlana no malangkonyi.
With the entire cabinet.
Ning banko alfa ning bebe mbe doko la mansa kundakon.
What I personally did not expect
was
what happened. He said Fajara used to be the most pleasant residential area. Crime free and all whatnot. Then Yankuba Sonko was the IGP. He told the Secretary General, the then Secretary General, Njoguba, to go and get the list of all the officers from the commissioner all the way down. At the Caraba police station. After getting all that list, no, upon getting all those names,
okay. Proceed, yes.
That all of them must be fired. All of them, from the commissioner down. I recall that Brian Bai was then the commissioner of police at Kairaba police station. Nobody questioned it. The IGP pleaded. And all of a sudden he said, AG, what is your opinion? The Minister of Interior was present at the time. And I said, my opinion is, whatever may have happened, no matter how negligent they may be, I think they should be forgiven. And the reason I gave was that several of them had been trained. And if they are dismissed, to have a replacement for all of them may not be easy. And waste of resources may also be involved. Then Mamure Njai, Mr. Mamure Njai, I'm sorry, Honorable Mamure Njai.
For me, Honorable Mamure Njai
also came in and said that he supports my view.
So did he agree in the end?
Yes. But with a condition.
But I settled the law.
Mr. Jobateh, at that stage, did you forget your law?
Mr. Jobateh,
I don't think so.
That would have been abuse of authority.
By who?
Wouldn't it just, we have to call a spade a spade. If we are to build a country that is based on law, based on the rule of law, we have to bring these things out. I know it was inconvenient. I am not for a moment lost to that fact. But what I'm just trying to do is to bring out the fact that this is what ought to have happened in a country that is based on law. Do you think it is lawful for the president to just sit there and say fire A, B, C, and D person just like that off the cuff?
For it, no. Only Lua Tata President was who they challenge just
so that is abuse of authority, isn't it?
That is correct.
It is unlawful.
That is correct.
But the president ought to have been told that his action was not in accordance with law.
But the president you were within his system. Of a minister.
Mr. Fall, minister.
So it means to say all of you just succumbed to the wishes of Jame. You did what he wanted.
It depends on the situation.
Well, on the issue of dismissal, none of you would question his decision. That is the case, isn't it? Let alone other orders he may have given. Like the order to kill people who are on death row.
Misal fe ka kamodi pour ka mul fa me alon ko loi kiti ndiko enyande falale.
He gave the order, it was done, and in a manner that was unlawful.
Ay kamodi pour o mul ye fa nyala me alon ko luanta yalam.
Do you agree?
Isondal.
I know very little about that area.
Wo fanala karola ngadomani lo wato.
When, where, I don't have the slightest idea.
Munto aketanya dile jumale yake.
You were Minister of Justice at that time, weren't you?
That is correct.
The law required you to know.
That is correct.
The law puts you in a position where you are the driver of the process. So if you tell the commission that you did not know or you had little information, that would be quite shocking. Don't you think so?
No, I don't think so.
Well,
reason being, every quarter I go to Bansang for the prayer. Whilst I was in Bansang, after the prayer, Banjul elders know when to pray for him.
Banjul
Muslim elders.
Muslim elders.
Yes,
Muslim elders, yes. From the Imam Ratib all the way down.
Imam Ratib la 4 mil be by Dumala.
During their prayers, he made a pronouncement that he was going to execute all of them. They pleaded with him. I don't remember who actually pleaded. But TRRC, has the tape. He said if he does not do so, may Allah make him eat pork and drink alcohol. You know about it?
Whatever we raise here, I know about it.
Never asked my opinion, and I had no access to him to go to him and tell him that what is going on is wrong and should be done X, Y, Z way.
That is your testimony. You are on the oath, Mr. Jobateh.
Yes. Mr. Jobateh,
you are telling the commission that Jammeh made the pronouncement that he would kill all of them. This big statement, bilai wallahi talai, subun ko defu dina nan sangara mole kamba.
Kuma kamba me kafo bilai wallahi talai nimma kembe se usubo nyimira numbe dolo minna.
That was it, isn't it?
Well, exactly.
That's the only thing you know about it.
Now, I recall when he asked that the warrant be prepared, and he said to go and consult with the then Chief Justice. And after the preparation of the warrant, Usman Sonko, the then Minister of Interior, should sign. And I told him, no, any execution approved by him.
No, Mr. Jobateh, that was in the law.
Mr. Jobateh,
has to be ordered by him, not approved by him.
That's what I meant.
Well, we are lawyers. We use appropriate and proper terms. Approval and ordering are different.
Earlier on, you said I should not make it legalistic.
No, but
in any event, I made it very clear to him that it has to be ordered by him.
Fantastic. Did you follow the approved legal process?
At that point in time, when I knew anything about the executions.
Did you follow the legal process?
He assigned it to the then Chief Justice.
Did you tell him that that was unlawful under the law? Just like you told him it was unlawful for the Minister of Interior to order the executions. Did you tell him it was unlawful to delegate this responsibility to the Chief Justice?
No, I did not.
Chief Justice, a member of
So that constitutes some illegality.
Well, I don't want to speak on that.
Well, how could you not? You are the Minister of Justice. You are responsible for law. Here is a blatant illegality. Recognize it as one.
See, what you need to understand, what Jammeh wants to do, nobody can stop him. And he will assign his instructions to anybody.
I agree with that. That is our hypothesis here. That is the position that has emerged from the evidence. But nonetheless, we have to follow things to their minutest detail in order to know who did what. Would you agree that by assigning this matter to the Chief Justice, that was a blatant illegality?
Chief Justice la
That is correct, but what could I have done?
You could have corrected him just like you corrected the issue of the signing of the warrants.
Exactly. Sign it.
You could have told him that the Chief Justice has no responsibilities under the law on this matter.
Chief Justice
In as much as I could have, I wouldn't dare do it.
But look at it. That is I mean, a bit strange.
Maybe for you, but not for me.
We use the standard of the reasonable man here. Not me, not you, the reasonable man. Here you have two issues. Who would sign the warrant and who would prepare the papers. The first one, the error was that it should be signed by the minister. You had the audacity to correct him to say, no, it has to be signed by you. He accepted. The other one, he assigned the case to the Chief Justice. And you were afraid to tell him that, no, President, you're making a mistake, this file should come to me.
Yes, indeed, I was afraid to do so.
For the more serious one, you are not afraid to tell him. But the more benign one, the harmless one, you are afraid to tell him.
See, the issue was not that I was afraid to tell him, but I just don't want to be part of the process.
Okay. You are not part of the process.
I do not want to be part of the process.
You are telling us what you wanted. The question is, were you part of the process or were you not part of the process?
To a large extent, I was not part of the process.
What, if anything, did you do in this process?
Absolutely nothing.
Anything. Mr. Jobateh, I give you another opportunity.
Mr. Jobateh,
answer this question. What, if anything, did you do in this process?
Nothing, absolutely.
Mr. Jobateh, the evidence suggests that you were at the heart of it. You were the driver of the process.
Mr. Jobateh said andiro men sota jando wenyi ne standi ko itela fa be kunying kono itela nimoro la itela drive wote.
Both in law,
ala karola,
and in fact.
Atata
nyame.
I disagree. And simply because I was listening to the testimony of Malik Jatta. He said after the prisoners were executed, people present at the time, he held me by the hand to take me to confirm the death of the prisoners. That was not true.
We would come to all that.
No, let me explain this person. It was then the master of the High Court, late Buba Jao,
master of the High Court, Kuti Bunda Anyinto, Ekafa Buba Jao, Sambe Tembo Minta Bandale.
Was the one present, not me.
Wale Beninje Intente.
we would come to the issue of presence.
Okay. Now
Let's take it step by step. Did you at that time cast your mind to the law?
As regards what?
Executions. You are Minister of Justice. The President wanted to execute death row inmates. Did you at the time cast your mind to the law? And the process?
Yes, I did. But I did not want to be involved.
And did you read the law?
At the time, I did not read the law.
Why not?
Because I did not want to be part of the process.
But you were Minister of Justice. Would you not see that as dereliction of duty? Failure to discharge your responsibilities? These are very serious charges.
If the responsibilities were shifted from me to somebody else, I don't want to get involved.
But Mr. Jobateh, you had statutory obligations. You did not even look at the law to see what were your statutory obligations. And you did not care whether those were discharged or not. That is what happened.
No.
Well, did you discharge your responsibility?
My responsibility had been shifted from me to somebody else. And knowing the man, I couldn't have done otherwise.
Well, the documents we receive, in fact, speak differently. The documents we received suggested that it was you who in fact carried out the statutory responsibilities, not the Chief Justice. And I would send you some documents. I will send you some documents to take a look at. Hold a second. Just a moment. You would agree with me, Mr. Jobateh, that 9 death row inmates were executed.
Mr. Jobateh, be musero ti be sonna manyinala ko mo kono to me yalon ko luwa yo lel kitini ko nyanne falal altata wol lel fam.
Would you agree?
Yes, that is correct.
Those are what you have in your possession are 9 files. You can count them. Count them. Those are 9 files.
File correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Each file contains a warrant. If you look at the back, the last page sometimes, you have the warrant.
Yes.
You see it?
Yes.
And you agree that this warrant is a standard form.
That is correct.
Could you give me the other copies, please? And you retain one. Mr. Chair, I I would distribute to the commissioners the other ones.
Kiaman being janjan na commissioner pour ya juye.
So you would all follow as we read the warrant or order for execution.
Silang albesa jube ba karana kuma kama membe furu ninje ko silol mentada pour ke fa.
And Mr. Chair, with your permission, Mr. Jobateh, can you start reading the warrant?
Kia manila dunyo kang Islam ba fala sede puru ay warrant nying damu ta karang.
Read it loudly, please.
Karang santo mobe amoy.
At the top,
Santo.
Executed on Friday, 24th of August.
Yefa jumalungale August karo tilmuaning kononto.
Could you read the full warrant? Warrant/order for execution.
Warrant be karambang santo kabo santo.
That's the last. You mean the last page?
Yes, page. Yes, the last page.
Lera labawni.
Warrant and order for execution.
Yamaro dire konyimol nyinda ke fale.
Whereas at the session of the Gambia High Court,
Gambia kiti bunda silola
holding at Banjul,
miyalo ko yak Banjul
on 27th day of October 1998,
October karotil mwani say 1998.
Hold a second.
But
the personal details of the person executed would be different from what the witness would be reading. Proceed, please.
One Mr. Lamin F. Jobateh,
Mr. Lamin F. Jobateh
was duly convicted of a capital offense.
Ya luaya bulola kane kaya kuole kamia wonu ku baleti.
And was accordingly sentenced to death.
Wakam luana ta lipa yarola miyalon ka nyenta ka fale.
Whereas a written report of the case from the trial judge
wato kono kibaro fintita na miyalon ko wole kitindiro nyinke
with such other information
ani kibaro kibare
derived from the records of trial in the said case.
Bota wo kibaro be bota na wo kitindiro kono wato na kitindiro be ke kayo kibaro be bonna walto.
Have been duly taken into consideration
no kuoltale
at a meeting with the Attorney General's chambers.
Attorney General Bentala office auto.
The minister designed for that purpose.
Designated.
Designated for that
purpose.
Who has in his deliberation,
in his deliberate judgment,
deliberate judgment, considered the totality of all relevant matters and has decided to recommend to me that I should exercise my powers as provided by law in relation to the convicted person. And whereas I decided in accordance with the advice of the said minister to confirm the said sentence. And therefore I do hereby order that the said sentence be carried out according to law and that the said Mr. Lamin F. Jobateh be executed on 24th August 2012 at a time and by such person appointed by you that the body of the said Mr. Lamin F. Jobateh be buried in the usual place for internment of condemned criminals. For so doing, this shall be your warrant. If it under my hand, and the public seal of the Republic of the Gambia. This 23rd day of August 2012. Signed by Sir Professor Alhaji Dr. Yahya AJJ Jammeh.
Min sontala wala mi asan wala Sir Professor Alhaji Yahya Dr. AJJ Jammeh.
President of the Republic of the Gambia.
Wala banko president of Gambia banko kanjam.
So the sheriff.
And mo fana ka fo mi sheriff mi martani kuola.
At the Judiciary Court Complex Banjul.
Mi yaron ko wala officer be kiti tela dulani neto.
Is this a valid warrant or it was false?
Warrant
Are the contents false?
And I'll give you my reasons.
Just a moment. Mr. Jobateh, you have said something very profound and fundamental. You are saying that the president affixed a public seal and a document in the name of the Republic and signed it, and the contents are false.
That is correct. Because in the first place, there was no such meeting at the Attorney General's chambers. It is indicated here in the Attorney General office. And at no time did the Attorney General chambers or any member of staff or myself as the then minister did what is claimed herein. It's completely false.
So what is baffling, Mr. Jobateh, is that you would do whatever the president instructed. Why would the president know that the law required that the Minister of Justice would send him the advice? So he gets somebody else to give that advice in place of the Minister of Justice, who he knows would be compliant.
Minister of Justice and
falsify in the paper that the Minister of Justice gave him the advice. That would be quite shocking.
Indeed. Is it one thing I will be very, very clear? I think you should go for the file and see where in the world did I prepare a report and send it to him.
Are you suggesting that this warrant were not prepared at the Ministry of Justice? Is it your testimony that these warrants did not come from your office?
I cannot say so because it did not originate from me as the then Attorney General.
So in fact you are saying, you are telling this whole world that these executions were unlawful. As Minister of Justice, did you say anything at the time?
I am seeing this warrant for the first time today.
But again, it is shocking, Mr. Jobateh. You are Minister of Justice. People were being executed. Did you do anything to ensure that it was in accordance with the law?
I cannot answer on something that I do not know anything about.
Answer this question quite honestly.
I haven't
asked the question yet.
No.
Far from
So
that.
why are you asking? Why are you saying answer the question?
But you haven't had the question yet.
You said answer the question honestly.
Answer the following question very honestly. Yes, the question hasn't come yet. Did you at that point in time know that the powers to give the necessary advice for execution were vested in you?
Indeed.
You knew?
Yes.
Can you tell us what the process was according to the law?
The order for the conviction was made by the Honorable Court. That is upon conviction. And I don't remember exactly, but it has to take certain number of days before the Attorney General would make a recommendation to the President. That is as far as I can recall from the Act.
That is indeed the procedure.
And in the first place, that procedure has not been complied with.
Exactly.
And the story in this warrant is false.
Yaya Jammeh, are you saying Yaya Jammeh lied against you?
Yes, indeed. Yes, he did.
Well,
because in the first place, if you were to go to the Attorney General's chambers today, or whatever day you desire, or to the President's office, you will never see any such report.
Mr. Jobateh, all the case files disappeared.
Mr. Jobateh, the case file will be filled.
Quite conveniently.
Unfortunately, or fortunately for me, I was not minister at the time.
But you were Minister of Justice. At that time, you were Minister of Justice. All it took is one simple order. Get me all the case files, and they will all converge at the Ministry of Justice.
So neabe kono esi menkeno wala nyi kan odi drong al file be na tanye ibaje le be bina la tablo ga ibe tarlaje.
You must take into account as to when I left that ministry.
You were there after the execution. And with the full knowledge that these executions were unlawful.
That may be so. I have given you the character or the characters of Yaya Jammeh. Otherwise,
well, these documents we should give a presumption of regularity. The Commission should give it a presumption of regularity.
As far as I'm concerned, the document is to all extent.
We don't have anything.
Go for the files. You will see whether you find the report.
This is what I'm telling you.
Custodian, the custodian of the files at the ministry, to be made to explain what happened to the files.
That angle is being pursued.
Very well.
But as it is, the warrant claims that you gave the advice for the execution.
I did not.
You have also indicated that the procedure established under Section 253 of the CPC, Criminal Procedure Code, has not been followed. Section 250 to 253 of the CPC has not been followed.
Ya fo jam fanan ko silol me alon ko bundale mem fo pour ni be mo fala silol ni sartol ni mol fanan noma.
Tonya. Mr. Jobateh, you said you averted your mind to the law. Do you realize that the law gave you a very important responsibility? With regards to the process of executions.
Yes, that is correct. Provided I'm aware as to what is going on.
How could you not be aware? The president has given a public order.
Yes. If that is, in as much as you know, he had given a public announcement. If, as he claims, that nobody knows the law more than him, would have followed the procedures.
But that is neither here nor there.
Indeed it is.
You gave him advice.
Yes.
You gave him advice that the minister should not be the person to sign the warrant.
Yes.
And you kept quiet as to who should prepare the papers. And who should give the advice. And you omitted deliberately, as you say, to discharge your responsibilities under the law.
You see, Mr. Fall.
Mr. Fall.
What you need to understand.
Yaya
Jammeh would do whatever he likes.
Jammeh
in normal circumstances.
And all of you would follow him and support him?
I don't want to say that. Because I cannot judge everybody to be.
Let's talk about you. In this particular instance, you supported him and you enabled him.
By his document, he said, upon my advice, which is false. I never advised him on this execution.
What motivation would Yaya Jammeh have?
See, let me tell
to
you
say that you told him something when he could easily make you say that.
Yaya Jammeh can do anything. Besides, as far as I'm concerned, he is nothing but a congenital liar. Pathological liar.
Pathological liar. Those are your words.
Yes, my words.
It would be in the headlines tomorrow.
No problem.
Congenital/pathological liar.
Exactly.
By lawyer Jobateh.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm not afraid to say so.
Well, you were afraid to tell him then.
But he's got like a fire because of his powers.
But Mr. Jobateh, you sat there and knowing that 9 people were going to be unlawfully executed. You kept quiet.
The man said, Billahi wallahi tallahi, if I nimmanjinul fa.
The man said that billahi wallahi tallahi, if I don't kill these people,
I will eat pork and drink alcohol.
In
front of the Banjul Muslim elders. If they cannot prevent him from doing so, who am I?
Mr. Jobateh, this statute, the law, did not give you the responsibility to stop him. The law gave you the responsibility to ensure that it is done according to law.
In as much as that is so, if he were to listen to me, I would have done so. But the man already made up his mind. And and shifted my responsibility to somebody else.
Who am
I to question that? This is why I made it very clear that I am seeing this warrant for the first time today.
Just a moment, let me consult. Thank you very much. Let us move on to another point. But before then, which Chief Justice was given this responsibility?
Justice Ajim.
Justice Ajim them.
Okay. At this stage, who was your Solicitor General?
Solicitor General.
Would he know who prepared and transmitted these warrants?
I wouldn't know that.
No.
As far as you know, you have nothing to do with these warrants.
What form?
Do you understand that the legislation gave you the responsibility to guard against abuse during this execution?
Maybe so.
Huh?
That may be so.
Are you aware of that?
Yes.
Did you do anything to discharge your responsibility under the statute?
I could have done so provided I was aware. Because I cannot imagine anybody to put in here that I had given advice.
Well, they said there was a meeting at the Attorney General's chair.
There was no such meeting.
What I don't understand, Mr. Jobateh, is that this was a government that could get anything it wanted.
That is correct.
Whatever it wanted public officers to do, they would do it. Why would they falsify that you did something when you did not do it?
Just like what you had indicated earlier. This government can get whatever they wanted. So that answers your question.
They would have they just needed to ask you to send the report and you would send it.
No, I do not agree. The life of an individual contributed in this manner, God forbid.
So, in effect, you are telling the Commission that the judge's reports were not sent. The judge's reports were not sent to the President. Did you, in fact, as Minister of Justice, receive the judge's reports?
No.
Do you understand that this is a condition precedent?
That is correct.
The law required that you receive the judge's report. Not only the conviction and sentence, but the observations of the judge and the recommendations of the judge. You did not receive them. Just a moment.
In fact, let me say this, please. In fact, you know at the level of the Attorney General's chambers.
Wato Attorney General chambers be nyami.
Files coming in and out would sign as having been received.
File be dunna be fintila.
There is no such document of any of these reports or observations of any judge sent to me.
Mahani kaiti killing Kenya and kaitani jojo kititela nye kuojani nyami wo report o ka Kenya ni.
You would agree that on that basis the executions were unlawful.
Rebe son namala ko wodali lo kan wodo faro nyi mengeta nyi molla luanta ya faro la ketela.
That is correct.
Tonya.
The second limb
kufulanja
is you ought to have sent written recommendations to the president and advise him what to do.
Itanyana sute ila sute ro emenje ko nyi ngona nyala safaro kela loko president ya marje ku ita anyana kamenke.
The report, the warrant said you did so.
Warrant to eme itani nyanko ye ite o kele.
You said the information here is false.
Palito kibaro membe warrant to nyi kono mansoro.
That is correct.
On that basis also,
udalilo kan hanin kabi.
If your position is accepted, it means this is a second ground to say that the executions were unlawful. You agree?
Look, Mr. Fall.
Yes. Mr. Fall.
Whatever way you take it. Whatever questions you ask, whatever you reason it to be, as far as I am concerned, these executions were totally and completely unlawful.
What I am doing,
secondly,
what I am doing is to list the elements that would show that they were unlawful. You understand? Yes. So we have seen two elements. Okay. The third element is the manner of execution.
See, up to date, except for the testimonies the explanations they made before this commission, I do not know how, when, where they were executed. Besides, this warrant, you can see, is addressed to the sheriff. At the time, it was the late Bubajao. I was never a sheriff at the High Court.
The law, indeed.
So the individual that said he held my hand. Show me the dead bodies. It's unfortunate, but he's the biggest liar I've ever seen in my life. This was why, when somebody else was asked,
Mr. Jobateh, where were you on this date?
On the day of execution?
Yes, 24th August 2012.
I don't remember where I was, but certainly not at the place of execution.
How could you? This was an important event which immediately, soon afterwards, it was announced. And there was a whole hullabaloo about this execution. You would remember where you were.
If I had the time of execution, I'll be able to juggle my mind.
It was at night.
Understood.
On the 12th of August.
What time of the night?
On the 24th of August 2012.
What time of the night?
It was late at night.
Are you sure about that?
That is what the testimony says.
I don't know where it was done. By whom?
Let us try to establish where you were on that date.
Yes.
Tell us where you were.
I cannot tell you where I was because I don't take note or remember every minute of my life
You agree with me that this was a seminal event? It was a very important event in Gambian history. Never before in our country has this happened.
Similarly executed.
That was one person.
Indeed.
More killing. This is 9 people, including a woman. 2 foreign nationals. All in one day. It has never happened in Gambian history. So this was an event that as Minister of Justice you ought not, could not, should not have forgotten.
I did
not say I forgot. You asked where I was at the time. I don't remember at the time where I was.
Are you avoiding telling us where you are? It's an honest question.
Why would I
because that would box you into a situation.
If I could recall where I was at the time, I would say it.
Do you normally? Yes, finish.
Even if I were to tell you Gibraltar, how would you know? I'm not saying the truth.
Don't test me, Mr. Jobateh.
Well, you tell me where I was.
No, you try it by giving me tell me where you are. Patently not truthful, and I will be able to prove.
I maintain my same position where I was at the time.
So you would not take up the challenge?
Why would I refuse to take a challenge?
Well, take it. Try it. Tell me this is the location you are.
One place I can presume to have been. I did not say it like that.
Interpret it in your own words.
Was at my house.
What I can presume where I was on that particular day, around 8 o'clock, was at my house.
Which was where?
I have 2 houses. I don't know which one of 2.
Where are they located?
One is at Bakote. The other one was at Olyundum.
Where in Olyundum?
The street directly opposite the speed petrol station. Coming from the airport junction. Going towards the Olyundum police station.
What was your mobile phone number?
9970996.
9970996.
Was this the only number you had?
797. 0099.
0099.
Mr. Chair, I ask that you order that we get the call records for these mobile phones.
Mr. Chair, mba fole ko pure marodi isaje ni mobile number mi yana ko ngole diten asa itandiro ka ala tariko la ni mol mi yana ko ani wala ka nyom men wo wato kon
for 24th and 25th
kata tilimwani nani kata tilimwani
of
August karo kon
2012
Council, you may proceed to get the records from Camtel, I believe.
Camtel and Africa.
Council is a continent.
Let's proceed.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Mr. Witness, the other issue is that you as Attorney General had a responsibility to ensure that there is solemnity in the execution of death sentences. Solemnity, there should be, it has to be, how would I describe it? It has to be respectful, it has to be dignified, it has to have respect and dignity. You had that responsibility. Did you discharge that responsibility?
I cannot discharge a responsibility that I do not know of. How, where, in as much as you know there was a conviction. And a sentence. I have never ever written and submitted any report to the president.
That would we would find the evidence.
Be my guest. Finding the evidence.
Yes. But for you also, it would be helpful to you if you can bring evidence suggesting that you did not do any of the things stated in the warrant.
I think it will be more helpful for you to bring me or bring to this commission the report I have written on this matter.
I have told you that a lot of these reports are missing. What we can go with is what is contained in the warrant. And on this particular occasion, the presumption of regularity is something that has to be borne in mind. But let's deal with other issues, surrounding this execution, and the commission will have all the material to be able to make its findings. So this responsibility to ensure solemnity, to guard against abuse, was also not discharged.
Look, Mr. Fall.
Yeah, Mr. Fall.
Or if you like, I will call you by lead counsel.
No, call me Esa.
No, I wouldn't do that.
But I am your junior in the bar, well, so I can accept that.
It doesn't matter. I'm not calling you by those kind of names. One thing I want to make clear is that I can only take responsibility for what I am aware of.
No, I disagree, Mr. Jobateh. You take responsibility. Let me put my question.
No, let me finish first.
I will defer to you.
We have been going on very nicely, and
I will defer to you as my learned senior. Proceed, please.
You see, I have earlier indicated the kind of character Yaya Jammeh is. Yaya Jammeh will say things today, the next minute he will change and deny ever saying so. I remember, if I may give another example.
I hope we wouldn't be taken too far away from the issue.
No.
But proceed.
Just to show you that Yaya Jammeh will always do whatever he likes. And he will turn around and say he never said so.
You are saying he's a liar. Well, you've said it before. Well, congenital and pathological.
Yes.
Those were your words.
Exactly. And I still maintain them. Now, I recall it was myself and Pahari Jammeh, my then Solicitor General. We were in Yaya Jammeh's office. And he raised the issue of Justice Wowo.
Justice Wowo la ko fonunje kitindila.
And he said he must be arrested, fired, and detained.
Why?
Well, he has his own reasons.
And that too was unlawful? Proceed.
So I told him that would be too extreme.
You didn't tell him that would be unlawful.
Mr. Fall,
Mr. Jobateh,
I need to know my choice of words when I'm talking to this man, knowing his character.
Well, you
and all lawyers should have stopped working for him, knowing fully well that all he did was abuse the law.
Teni donyo kota wal bimi ko lawyer lemul albide nyana kala molder mi alan ko nyana bulala pour al nay do ko ka do am molder mi alan ko aka luanya kana aka na tambile.
That is your opinion, but how many people thought that way?
Well, because you people did not think that way, we had a dictatorship.
I personally differ from what you are saying. But in any event, let me finish. I gave him two very important reasons. This man has been a judge for a while. And number two, considering our relations with Nigeria, who has always given technical assistance to various ministries and departments of the country. They may not be happy with the action that you want us to do. And he disagreed with me. And ordered the police not to arrest.
And you discharge your responsibility.
Nothing
happened to you.
Well, if you say nothing happened to me, I will disagree with that also. What happened? You should hear the kind of remarks and insults he made.
Mr. Jobateh, you don't like the insults, you're being disrespected, you don't like it that your advice is not being taken, you're being cast aside, resign.
Mr. Jobateh, iketa mori me alongo ya mara bukata abakuma nuri ngol fole bali nyondo so resi do ko nyi sa resign no yabula.
It's not as easy as you are putting it to me.
Let's take the easy one then and go on lunch break.
Okay. Yes, maybe we should do that, get some sustenance. We will resume our proceedings this afternoon at 3 o'clock. Meeting's adjourned.
When we touch down, better broke down.
Gamtel G-Fiber, now you can enjoy super fast internet in gigabytes. G-Fiber is affordable, stable, secured, and accessible to homes, businesses, and enterprises. With Gamtel G-Fiber, the future is speed. Gamtel, creating a brighter future in communication.
That's how she became mine and see the
For all your pastry, bakery, and quality food, CK Restaurant is the only place to be. We do catering for birthdays, weddings, and all related services. We have all kinds of local foods, American, European, and even beyond. Come and have a taste of our local juice, ebe, and other services. At CK Restaurant, customer satisfaction is our priority.
Love like fire. Wow. Love like fire. Xam ngeen rek affaire bi xam ngeen fan la skincare la 2020 lañ wax de waaw fii nag mooy Kerr fan Kerr zero tache perfect skincare saa su ne rek niñ ko dee defee rek loo lañ soxlaati rek maanaam bu ngeen am problème ci seen skin yéen xam ngeen fan la fii ngeen di ñëw suma xarit yeeg am di jàmm yi nga xam ne taas daf lañ sonaloon xam nga doon xeesal ba la ka xum éneew ma lañ ko nag waaye just in case comme ni ko gars yi defee rek en cas just in case loolu xew xam ngeen fi ngeen di ñëw skincare plus si yu baax rek la ñoo dox nag ay baax rek fu ne la ñoo dem ci réew mi di lañ indi rek nag products yu baax du Paris du Italie du USA du fi mu nekk nii sax boole nañ ci nag Sweden fu nekk lañ leen a indi les products bu dee tamit nag da nga ñuul rek ñu lay jamaa natural beauty that melanin dripping we do have stuff for you as well emuñ si skincare products rek ñu ngi ci cuub yi tamit fu ne la ñoo jaar in fact sax last commercial bi ñu defoon waxuñ leen woon dañoo dox ci ay kawar 9A grade rek nag waaw we do have bundles as well hair si lu ne la ñoo dox ñun ñu ngi ci rafetal jigéen rek luy taaral jigéen rek waaw boo leen di tukki tamit bëggoon rek classic suitcase dañoo dox ci ay Samsonite duñ dee indi any brand of suitcases though other than Samsonite comme li ma dee wax rek boo eggee airport dëri Samsonite dafa am nuñ laa xoolee waaw ngeen ne lan nag waaw skin ci moom la ñu gën a xamee nag skincare products ci moom la ñu gën a xamee ñu ngi dox tamit bentee tamit si ay dàlla man waaye man nag skincare mooy suma specialty xam nga rek jigéen bu sa xar kanam réglé loo def mu jag am nañ Patricia Reiner, Kiwi Eye, the whole range, Lighten Up Gold, Tomatine. I mean, the list can just go on and on and on and on. Lépp loo xam ne rek luy taaral jigéen la ci yooyu rek la ñoo dox. Skincare plus nag emuñ si Gambia rek ñu ngi United States ñu ngi Gambia fii ba pare bu dee yaa ngi anywhere in Europe mun nañ la ko mail within 3 days rek ñetti fan rek nga jot say diw emuñ si loolu rek dañ laa consult tamit balaa ñu laa jaay diw dinañ def a free consultation pour wax la rek exactly li nga xam ne moo méngoo ak sa kanam dinañ leen wax tamit ne rek am nañ perfumes, you know, fragrances, men's shirts, accessories. We do dresses as well. We do blouses. I mean, we do shoes. Name it, we do them. Skincare Plus 2020 is our year of perfection. Zero task. Fi mu nekk nii réew mi fii kenn waratu fi task kenn waratu fi am problème kanam kenn waratu fi am problème yu picca boo ko amee dafa fekk ne rek ñëwuloo ci place bi fii.